so we're just going to go on. Womp, womp, womp. Losers Lounge here, brought to you by Toyota and your Front Range Toyota dealers. The first takeover of the season, and it goes terribly wrong. Why? No. Losses. Did not have this on my bingo card at any level today. Hi there. Welcome inside the DNVR Avs Pod Show, post-game show. Presented by Bet365. With Bet365, no matter what, it is never ordinary, including the game that happened tonight. Nick Gismondi, Gizmo, alongside our boy Rudo, Eric Lacroix, cast of 1,000, Tiff pushing the buttons behind. Bray.
Yeah, the watch-along gang.
We'll see. Hanging out today. The watch-along gang still sticking with us. Friends of the show, friends of mine for a long time. Very talented golfers also, by the way, chilling for this one.
What's that like? I wish I knew what that was like.
I don't know what it's like. My handicap's the lowest it's ever been, though.
Same, and it's an 18.
Nope,
so.
that's not low. I'm at a 5'8" right now.
That's
Loving
good.
that.
That's actually good.
5'8" is good. William would, young Billy would still make fun of me for that.
Yeah, that's a real golfer.
He's like you're a +2. You're like Tiger Woods called you for advice when he was getting back into the Masters. No.
Freddie Couples.
Freddie Couples did. That's right. I always get those two confused. Same golfer, different thing. We've got the Toyota Jet going. Post-game show for you here. That sucked.
Yeah.
Like exponentially not good,
it
Bob.
really did.
Not good, Bob.
Your options were that goaltending or Mike Tyson's raw behind tonight, so.
I take Tyson.
Neither were great. I'll put it to you that way.
Tyson. Didn't have seeing his raw behind on my bingo card anyway. But
what happened there? Did I miss something?
Yeah, Tyson just finished his interview, turned around, and he was going with the
sumo style.
Sumo style.
Was he?
Yeah. You can get a good look at his old tush.
All right.
Hockey player about on that one, but listen, here's the deal. It's a loss for the Avalanche. There was so much hype built up around this date. I'm pretty right a lot of the times when I got a good vibe on what's happening. I really truthfully thought this was going to be a different result tonight with the bodies they got back in the lineup, but it turned out to be a sleeper of a game. And at this point, listen, here's the deal. I can't. I'm the positive guy. I try not to mince words.
There's no way tonight, buddy.
Your goaltending is absolutely atrocious.
Correct.
Like that is. You cannot do that. You cannot be a goaltender in the National Hockey League. I don't care. I'm so sorry, but you cannot do it. It's not right.
You're 10 minutes into the game and your save percentage is 0.
It's not good.
It's 0.
It's not good.
You can't have that save percentage in Pee-wees, man. Come on.
It's not good. I'm sorry. It's not. It's not good. It's a massive problem. The fact that the best goaltender currently this season for the Colorado Avalanche, in my opinion, is Trent Miner.
What can you say? Look,
Let me know.
He's going to give you the other side of this. I already know. And he makes a fair point. But before he gets into that point, I don't care what the reasons are behind, and then had a week off. You have to be ready to play a hockey game.
You got to be ready. It's the NHL.
You gave up 2 goals on 2 shots. That's bad enough. And you feel like you're still in the game after the first period, and 2 minutes into the second period, you give up another one. It's 3 on 6. Eustace Ananen posted a .500 save percentage at the end of this game. That's ridiculous. You didn't play that bad of a game. You did not play a good game. Do not worry. I will get to the top 6. They were also terrible, but the Avs never had a chance in this game because they couldn't get a routine save. Forget a good save, a basic level save. They did not get one tonight. It was terrible.
Noble in the chat, no excuse for Juice, but give him another start. Actually, we're taking open applications at this place. Noble, have you ever skated?
Mike Tyson's butt could have made more saves tonight.
If that's the case, then we'll take you. You can play for the Colorado Avalanche.
Rudo's in the crunch here tonight. He's
No,
in the
I love
blender.
it. I love the
I
passion because he's not wrong. Like,
I don't want to
come
fight him
on.
right now.
No, you don't
God,
want
I'm
to fight him,
scared
but I
of
want to
him
hear
right
your
now.
opinion. You're
Here's my opinion. All right.
Raise your hand
Me
if you
and
played
Rudo
in the
talked on the
NHL.
bus. Yeah, listen, poo-poo happens, right? It just does. It just does.
Poo-poo's been happening in goal from what game is this tonight?
Just 18.
18.
So poo-poo happens, all right? So it does. The problem is it's happened way too many times in 18 games. And that's both. They're both culprits. Again, I'm hard on Georgiev. I admit it. I got to be fair, though. Like tonight, that's just not good enough from Eustace. Now, my argument, my tantrum from last week that we all talk about, everybody made fun of, and we were having, I was angry that night. Not at Rudo. I was angry because I said, we're going to be back in this vicious cycle very shortly. And here we are. And I'm not saying I'm the Messiah. I'm not saying I'm right, but I'm right. I was right on that one. I was mad because, not because whatever, Eustace was going to play the next one. I knew that this was going to get to it. Now, you're right. There is no excuse because you were on a roll. Then all of a sudden, you got to sit and wait. You know what I mean? And then it's the National Hockey League. You want to
The National Hockey League.
You want to make them make decisions. Tonight, you made it easy on Bednar.
They made a decision
So if he
tonight.
doesn't have confidence in you, which it doesn't seem like he's got a lot of confidence in him, and then all of a sudden tonight, there is no excuse. You got to be ready. We were sitting together. I didn't like the first one. It's soft and it's an easy push across, and it's like soft. It's hard. It's tight. It's you got to get going. And it just started wrong. That's the first shot. Second shot hit the post. That's not a shot on net. All right. Now the second real shot went in. So now you're 2 for 2 in a post. What did the fourth shot go? Post. So the first 4 shots, he got beat. So right there, you are not feeling good about yourself. You're not feeling good about your game. Then he made a couple stops, and then we sat down. We were with Hedgie and, you and me, and then we're like, okay, start of the second. The first scoring chances, didn't have a chance to say that, is very important for him. And then puck went in, and you're like, oh, God. And then right away, you have Trent Miner that's never played in the NHL. That's played a lot of ECHL hockey the last 2 years. Good for him this year, by the way. Has won the goalie battle down there, and good on him, right? Good on him. But he's got no experience, and there was no hesitation on Bednar to yank him. He yanks him. For me, I'm not telling you don't yank him or you yank him. It's very telling of the yank because of what you have. Georgiev's not there. You have Trent Miner. No offense to Trent Miner. So right there, it tells you, he doesn't have confidence in Eustace anyway.
Buddy, at this point, Bednar has more confidence with a snowball in the 7th circle of hell than what he has between his goalie crease.
So, not defending Eustace. He was awful. Not good. It might cost him. Again, you're only as good as your last game. So his last game was really bad. I don't know what's going to happen next, but again, you're at game 18. It's happened too many times by both goalies. Until now, and this is a good team. This is a good core. You have a great core for a few more years.
If this team currently, as it exists, even without Gabriel Landeskog in the lineup, had a modicum of a performance from a goaltender, they would be way above the 500 mark. If this team had anybody that could stand up in net and actually play the position, listen, and let me make this very clear. I am not a goaltender. I never played goalie. I was a decent hockey player that never played in the NHL, that had aspirations of maybe playing college, and an injury derails it. So I understand the game, and I've played the game, and I've been in rooms, and I have a lot of things. You know what I'm really good at? I'm really good at being a broadcaster. And if I showed up to a broadcast and laid an egg in the first 2 minutes of a show, the way that I've seen these goaltenders perform in the first 2 minutes of a hockey game, I would not be ever behind a microphone or in front of a camera ever again. Ever again.
The Avs goaltenders gave up 3 goals at 5-on-5 tonight. The expected goals for Washington at 5-on-5 tonight?
Oh, it's going to hurt.
0.86. Less than 1.
That's a good number. There's not enough whiskey in the world to make that sound good.
3
I'll try,
times.
so.
The Avs goalies gave up 3 times what they should have given up tonight.
Like
and Trent Miner,
Kokomo.
whatever. Trent Miner gives up 1 goal. Not worried about it. Happy for him that he gets an NHL
I think
time.
that's awesome, by the way.
Super happy for the guy. Justus Annunen, not good enough, buddy.
No.
You know what? What a sweet kid, too. You know what? I want to try to find a little bit of a silver lining. What a cool day for Trent Miner.
Yeah, awesome.
What a cool day for him. I asked him, and we're going to play the interview right now, but I asked him, I said, this morning, well, I'm not even going to give it to you. I'm going to let you hear it from him, but what a sweet kid. What a cool day, despite the loss. Trent Miner's my number 1 star, just because, you know what, way to show up. You want to make, you're going to chance, Bednar, funny, Jeremy. If the point being, we can say, oh, Justus didn't get a chance. You know, Trent Miner, by no stretch of the imagination, woke up in Loveland this morning.
Yep. Didn't even know he was
Thinking that he was driving down to Denver and going
was gonna
to
work
end
the bench
up,
door all
end
night.
up
Yeah.
in an NHL game. He's thinking this is going to be cool. I'll get a little bump in pay. I'll sit on the bench.
Play to Alex Ovechkin.
I'll get a front row seat to one of the greatest goal scorers ever. Hopefully my boys win. The whole team's going to be back. It's going to be vibes. Are going to be good.
Kid.
No way on that kid's bingo card did he think he was going to play against the Washington Capitals in relief in his first NHL game. This is what Trent Miner had to say following the loss.
I was a little nervous, but then once I got going, it was just another game.
What gave you confidence as the game went on?
I think just, obviously with such a great team in front of you, it's pretty easy to just go out and play, so that makes it pretty easy and fun.
Did your family really be backing up? Would they at least watch in hopes that maybe you'll get a chance?
Yeah, I let them know this afternoon, but I'm pretty sure they were watching.
That's awesome. And you've been doing really great work up in Loveland, new goaltending coach out there. What kinds of things has Matt Zava introduced or taught with you and working with you so far?
Yeah, Matt's been a great guy. I think he's exactly what we needed. Me and Kevin work great together, and then with Matt as well. The 3 of us are just a great trio working together.
What's his approach to coaching like?
It's hard to say. He really gets what Kevin and I need, and he just I guess does whatever he feels that whatever both of us need to work on.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey, Megan may have asked, but I came a little late. But did you wake up this morning with any thought in your mind that you might be playing in the NHL against the Washington Capitals?
No, that didn't cross my mind when I woke up this morning, but pretty cool opportunity for me.
What's the takeaway for you after this one today? What do you leave with? Obviously not a win, but a good performance by yourselves.
Yeah, probably just it's just another game. It was a great opportunity. It's too bad we didn't win, but I'm happy I got this chance.
One more, if you don't mind. Did you have a chance to talk to Schneeks before you came down? Did he give you anything before you left?
Yeah, no, I got to Schneeks this morning. I went and saw him, and he's such a great guy. He's been nothing but awesome for me.
What was the words of advice he gave you?
Just go down there and play and be ready for anything. You never know what's going to happen.
What's been the biggest difference playing in front of these two different groups?
Obviously, they're both high talent. They're both fast teams. I don't know, so it's hard to say. They're just both great teams.
Good for him.
Great for him. There's not a lot of players that started this game on time, Giz. Trent Miner did. And if you want to watch the Avs start the game, probably not on time. Do you know what time it is?
It's game time, baby.
It is game time, baby.
It's pretty good, Bob.
You can go get your tickets at Game Time for any sporting event, any concert, any movie theater, any actual theater, you name it. Game Time has you covered with the Game Time Picks offers. They get you the best deals for the best tickets. They cut out all the fluff, only the greatest deals, only the greatest seats. You can go sit with the best of them. Go get with Game Time today. Of course, if you use the DNVR code when you sign up with the Game Time app, you get $20 off your purchase, your first purchase, whatever it might be. Doesn't matter what you buy. You'll get the best price with Game Time. They guarantee it. If you find tickets cheaper somewhere else, they'll reimburse your account 110%. of the ticket price. So get with Game Time today. Use their Game Time picks, whatever event you're going to. Avs, Nuggets, Broncos, you name it. They got you covered. It's Game Time with the NVR.
I've used it. I love it. I bought tickets on it. I bought tickets in Vegas on it the other day. I'm telling you what, it's awesome.
It's great. It's one of the easiest apps. And
It is.
No offense, but I hate Ticketmaster. They suck.
Yeah.
Game Time, it actually makes buying tickets easy.
Yeah, it does. Real easy. I like being able to see it too. So many different ways that I want to go with this read, but I won't. The bottom line is that UC Health is doing so many amazing things to try to help people. We've talked about what Coach Prime is doing. We've talked about the motivation it's given Eric to lose some weight and to kind of get him to where he wants to be.
He's the man right now.
I mean, Rudo, you're crushing it. You get thinner every day, brother. But men's health is something that we shy away from a little bit, right? Like guys are tough. They try to be tough, and I'm in that boat too, right? But at the end of the day, like you kind of have to reach out. You kind of have to seek help, and that tough guy mentality, it's not necessarily the way to go. There's a lot of data out there that says men are more reluctant to seek help and to seek that health care, which causes worse outcomes. UC Health trying to change that and trying to make it easy as possible to get it done with online scheduling and other convenience features that are available on UC Health app. So download that to get started. Think about it. What are your priorities in life right now? Are you there for somebody? Do you matter to somebody? Of course you do, right? So you want to put yourself in the best possible spot to be there for those people. You're loved. You matter, right? Make somebody's life better. And with UC Health, it's time to start to look at that. Do the exams. Feel
Better.
the feels. Feel better because you can... It's a different world now, and you can reach out and get the help that you need. And don't Google things. Go to the
Don't do
doctor. Get the physical. If something doesn't feel right, it's probably not right. So go get that checked out. UC Health is trying to bring a lot more attention to men's health, and we want you to be a part of tomorrow. So let's talk about tomorrow. Join the men's health conversation at uchealth.org/men's health. We have talked about it here before. Our DMs are always open. If there's something you need, if there's something you want to talk about, if you feel like you have to reach out to somebody, reach out to one of us.
Amen to that. DM's also open for Avs goaltending positions.
Yeah. If you're a goalie and want to apply, the Colorado Avalanche have an opening for you. It is... So here's we can talk about the problem all we want. We can talk about the fact that it's a struggle. We can talk about the fact that Georgiev is hurt and day-to-day. You'll hear from Jared Bednar later. He is going on the trip.
It's a long trip.
It is a long trip. So Georgiev will go. I have to imagine that Trent Miner is going.
For the start of it, at least, you would think. Yeah.
Well, if he's going, that tells you that Georgiev's not going to be ready for the first game. So,
I mean, you got to take him. It's in 2 days. I mean, if you're day to day.
If
you tell me. I mean, what does a team do in that situation? I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
Unless Georgiev shows up at practice tomorrow, good to go.
That's
You're
my
taking
point,
him.
yeah.
and we will be at practice tomorrow. We'll ask the question of if Trent is going on the trip. I expect to see him.
I mean, if he's going on the trip, it's because Georgiev's not ready to play Monday in Philly,
Yeah.
meaning or even backup. So then you got to bring Trent Miner.
Yep.
All right, so the problem is the goaltending. The solution is...
Not in this organization.
Okay.
Can I say it?
You can.
I don't care whose name it is.
That's fine.
How many games this year have we seen the Avs give up 4 goals on less than 20 shots?
Many.
Far too many.
Nope.
I don't care if it's Georgiev. I don't care if it's Ananen. I
doesn't
don't care
matter
if it's
who.
Miner. I don't care if it's Kakinen. I don't care if it's Nathan McKinnon in net. It's not been good enough.
Crosby's good in that.
All right. You got $8 million lying around to pay that guy?
No, in net, he's a good goalie. Maybe I'll take less to play goalie.
He still costs 8.7, whatever position.
Not
he's
if you
playing.
change position.
The Avs need better in goal. And there are a lot of other problems tonight. I'm sure we'll get into those. But it almost does not matter when you get goaltending of that caliber because you just can't win like that.
We will get into it. The other problems is that when all of the problems happen at once, you're not going to win hockey games. And all
Absolutely
of the problems happen at once tonight. You got no offense. You got shoddy defense in the first period. And then you had horrific goaltending on 6 shots.
Yeah.
So you've put yourself in a hole, and I've said this many times. You cannot keep putting yourself in this hole and expect to climb out of it every time.
Correct.
And tonight it bit him in the ass.
It was bound to.
I suck at math, but the metrics said it had to happen.
The Avs aren't.
But they scored the
stupid.
first goal of the
They
game.
did, and what did that do for them?
I know, I'm just saying. That just
Shit,
shows
in
you.
that case, maybe if that's the case, then maybe just heck, give them the first goal then. Start down 1 rip.
If it's going to make them put the effort in and get the shots on goal, sure.
My biggest gripe about the Colorado Avalanche, even when I was not covering them on a beat related to them when I was with another organization or the last 2 years covering the league for NHL Network, was there has been a significant drought in goaltending for this team.
Yeah. There is
I've
not.
said it a million times. I've almost been beaten up in bars because of my take on the goaltending for the Colorado Avalanche.
The Colorado Avalanche won a Stanley Cup. I'm willing to give them the goaltending was good enough that year. Arguably in the regular season, the goaltending was very good. In the playoffs, the goaltending was good enough. Pretty much every other year with this core, I think you look at and you say it wasn't good enough. Whether that's because of injuries, which is a fair point in the early years of this core, there's not a whole lot you can do about guys getting hurt and Michael Hutchinson being your starter in the playoffs. That's tough. But particularly post-Cup, even the playoffs last year, where you look at, Georgiev turned it around. He had such a good... Go look at the games. And I'm not saying there was good defense in front of him, but he averaged below 900 in those playoffs. He didn't post a 400 like he did in the first game, but the Avs have fallen into this hole of average goaltending is good because it's better than what they're getting. It has not been good enough by any stretch of the imagination. This hockey team will not succeed without better goaltending than they're getting.
Here's my question, okay? And this is what, again, I'm sure they've had that question. I'm sure they've had that conversation. So I think if you look at it, you go like this. With the core that you have, which is one of the best in the National Hockey League, do we all agree? Yeah. Okay.
When they're healthy.
When they're healthy. Now you're about to add years to the core with what? The Mikko contract, right? So you still, for the next 4 or 5 years, have an elite core. My question is, and that's what would be my question if I was working with the team, was
Agreed. I know what you're going to say.
is our goaltending good enough to support this cast?
It is
what I mean?
not. No.
And that's my answer. So my answer is no. Perfect. And I'm not saying it's easy. I know I've worked in management. This is not a dagger at Chris, because I respect Chris, and I think
Chris McFarland is not
one of the
the
best
problem
GMs in the league. And his hands are still handcuffed on many things of what's happened and what's happening. But at the end of the day, what is the answer? I don't know. I'm on a couch tonight. I don't work anymore in the front office. But you have to look at the question I just asked. And you have to say, what is our options? Because it's not easy. So I'm not saying this is Xbox and you go and, I'm a great GM on Xbox. It is harder than you think. But there's a money factor. There's, the salary cap factor. There's all the money going to the next, contracts to those guys like Mikko. So you have to do the math and all that stuff. That's why they have a capologist now. But what can they afford? What will it cost? And this is not a panic thing. So by the way, just if you've been watching this pod, I've been saying this since last year. So this is not a panic thing of tonight. I don't believe it's adequate enough to go win the whole thing. And with that said, what are the options? I don't know. But I'm sure that these guys are working hard at it, trying to figure out what they can do.
If there is, in my mind, I'm sorry, and I will be blunt because I tried to be calm about this and I tried to be positive, but you are not winning a Stanley Cup. You are winning there is one thing between this team and a Stanley Cup with this core, and it is goaltending. You find an elite goaltender,
You'll win.
you find a good/great goaltender. I don't even need elite.
You'll probably win eventually.
You probably win.
And I think the Avs structure and the Avs, core, and then the Avs, it's different to play goaltender for the Avalanche than it is to play for the Anaheim Ducks. We talk about it.
They gave up 20 shots tonight.
That's my
It's
point.
supposed to be an easy night.
No, I know.
That's
That's what I'm saying.
tap it.
But as a goalie, you have to figure it out and you have to adapt to it. And I would think that would be so much more easier to adapt to that than to adapt to 30 grade A scoring chances, a.k.a. Dostal and Anaheim. You know how hard that is? Yeah, you look great, but you lose 3-1. Like, this is the opposite. You have to adapt to the fact that sometimes every 15 minutes you might not get a shot because the Avalanche are a puck possession team. So you have to find a guy that will be able to get you those 10, 12 saves a night. You're supposed to save the one you're supposed to save, and then you're supposed to save a few more. And that's all they're asking you to do.
Start with the first part, buddy.
That's what I
Save
said.
the ones you're
First
supposed
part,
to.
and then the other part. Then
All right, so I'm putting it to you again, and I want to put a finer point on it before we get to our next break here. What do you do right now? There are two options out there.
You don't.
Ish.
You don't. You don't. I think the Avs are correct. You don't. You have to wait. You have to survive with the goaltending you have until you have a more realistic picture of the goaltending situation in the league. You're going to have to just deal with it until January. And the reality is, the Avs have dealt with it okay. They didn't get it from their stars tonight. You needed a better performance from your top guys tonight because the goaltending wasn't there. Yeah, that's the reality of the Colorado Avalanche right now. You're going to have to outscore some of your problems. And your stars were not just not good enough, they were actively bad tonight.
And that's we're going there next.
I'll hold off until we get there.
Yeah,
then.
we're going there next. Why don't we we got one more minute here on the goalies, and then we're going to button that up and move the heck on. But January, okay, fine. I get it. Wait and see what comes about. You'll have a better idea on what the situation is and where your cap space is at. But I guess you can survive because you survived this long. But today was a demonstration of a compounding of problems that now what you're seeing, unfortunately, is, and I'll take this till we go to this break and then we'll move on. The problem is that you had everything not working tonight.
Correct.
And in that case, the car runs out of gas 2 exits before a fill station. And you didn't get offense. You didn't get the boost you thought you were going to get from the guys. And as a result, you absolutely got
It was non-competitive.
smoked.
Yep. I don't have an answer for you, in part because the Avs can't buy any good luck. Georgiev just played his 3 best games of the season, and he's hurt. The Avs can't fix that problem. What do you do about that? I do agree with Eric. You need to do a better job of giving your goaltenders opportunity. And then it was coming off winning 5 out of 6, and you sat him for 4 straight games.
Yep.
You got to keep that guy warm. You set him up for failure. He failed the night all on his own, but you set him up for failure.
Oh, yeah.
Well said. What he failed? Yes. It's the national. There's no pun intended here, but there's no juice boxes and cut up oranges. You failed your assignment tonight. Eustace failed tonight. You did.
Yep.
That's not on anybody. That's not on the coach, anybody. That's on you.
Yep.
He wasn't ready. And if you're not ready, all I know is go back to this Bednar presser. What did he say? They're the number 1 team at goals expected for. They are humming right now. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about Washington. So if you're the goalie, you go in soft like he did, well, you're going to have a tough night. And that's what you saw.
Yep.
It's not good, Bob.
Not good, Bob.
The opposite.
Hey, not good, Bob.
See if that strategy pays off for him, Cotton. So far, it has not.
It's not good. I was betting on the Colorado Avalanche to win
How did I
tonight. No, I don't even look. Don't look at your bets.
No chance I had it.
0 for 0.
Mine
on that
are
one.
not
Yeah, it was not good.
Never ordinary with Bet365. We thank them so much. They have been and are an amazing sponsor of ours. What an incredible code they have to get you hooked up at sign up, DNVR365. They are the official partner of the Denver Nuggets and Colorado Avalanche, and they are giving new customers in Colorado 2 months of Altitude Plus on them when you sign up. Here's the thing that I love about these guys. Everything is intuitive. It's very easy to use. It's fun. They have tons of options. And the other thing I love is that they boost things every single day. Power-ups on odds, hundreds of bets to give you a chance to win more than over 10,000 10,000 boosts every single month. They boost markets, winnings, parlays. So keep an eye out for DNVR boosts. We do that all the time. Rudo's really good at kind of figuring out what's what. But the other thing is they've got really cool things for specific leagues. So, for example, the NHL. There's an early payout with Bet365. You're a winner if your team gains a 3-goal lead. With an instant payout on straight bets and parlay selections marked as winners, download the app and use code DNVR365 when you sign up. I did it. I have still not deposited any other money than what I did when I signed up and I got my $200. They have a bunch of different fun options. But the bottom line is that this is a really cool opportunity to have a little bit of fun, to be responsible, and for me, it just makes games a little bit more interesting. The current offer is for a limited time only, so sign up today. Remember that you must be 21 years of age or older, physically located in the state of Colorado, and remember that if you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Make sure you are always betting responsibly.
If you took the under on saves on Avs goaltenders, you'd win 14 out of 18 games this year. Just saying.
That's terrible.
Shit.
Eric,
Crapper, sorry.
what is the place the Avs didn't go in this game?
Did not get to get pizza.
They did not go to Sexy Pizza. They did not get to the dirty areas of the ice, and that's why they lost. That's why you should go to Sexy Pizza and win. Go get yourself some delicious by-the-slice pizza, but Sexy Pizza is more than just a pizzeria. They help out the community. They're part of Colorado. They sponsor all sorts of different events, whether it's fundraisers for different community pieces. They support local sports teams like high school level, elementary school level, and everything in between. Sexy Pizza has you covered, no matter what you're looking for. And oh, by the way, their pizza is delicious. Now, I'm not proud of this moment, but there's more than a couple times I've eaten 3-day-old Sexy Pizza. It's still really good. Even 3 days later. When it's fresh out the oven, it's absolutely delicious. So you got to get with Sexy Pizza today. If you haven't gone over to them, you can get with them and get their daily special. That's a slice of pizza alongside a drink. It's a fountain drink if you're Eric. If you're the rest of us and you go to the alcohol drinks, you can get yourself a beer alongside your Sexy Pizza. So make sure you jump in with Sexy Pizza today. Get over to your local Sexy Pizza location and take a look at their everyday specials. Of course, get with them. Sexy Pizza serving sustainability, community, and hand-tossed pizza in Colorado.
Yeah, listen, we want to talk about the totality of the thing, and a lot of that has to do with the entirety of the...
Yep.
Not one person or one position loses a hockey game, right?
Absolutely
so
true.
You don't get good goaltending, fine. They've been able to overcome that and find ways to score goals, have great second periods. It didn't happen tonight for them on any level. So, for me, where do you guys feel the disconnect was on the offense? Because you got everybody back. You're ready to roll. You have a great roster, and you throw up a nothing burger against Washington.
Before we talk about the disconnect, let me talk about what connected tonight. And pat on the back to ourselves. What worked tonight? You got your guys back. Your depth slotted back in where it was supposed to. You get 2 depth forward goals tonight. One from Kovalenko, one from Parker Kelly down
My
on your
guy.
3rd and 4th lines. Math's not hard. When those guys are playing in the spots they're supposed to, they're effective hockey players and they do what they're supposed to do. They gave the Avs a chance to be in this game. It was 3-2 at one point. Very good job from the guys that were doing the grinding. Full credit to them. Your problem is your stars fell into the trap game tonight. Your top line said, oh boy, we're getting 3 guys back. We can put it into cruise control tonight.
Sure.
And you know what? On a certain level, fair enough. They've been dragging this team to wins all season.
There was a sense of urgency and responsibility before.
Correct.
And tonight, for some reason, you let off the gas pedal because you had a cushion or thought you had the safety net.
And I get it.
Yeah.
Human beings are human beings.
Sure.
There's only so much they can do, but we live in a sports culture where we are unfair.
Sure.
And you have to be a superstar every single night in this league.
Sure.
That's why you get paid the big bucks. That's why you're the best in the world. That's why you win MVP awards. And their best players were not good enough tonight. I thought this was the worst game I've watched from Arturi Lehkonen in maybe since he's joined the Avalanche. He was awful with the puck tonight. Nathan McKinnon coasting around, cruising, not doing enough, passing up shots. I actually thought Cale Makar was okay, but still not good enough. And the rest of your non-stars but high-end caliber players, not enough. Valenchushkin was maybe the Avs' best top 6 player tonight. And that's a guy who hasn't played hockey in 6 months. I think that's a statement about what the rest of the guys did tonight, and it wasn't good enough.
I mean, I'm not trying to be stupid here, but again, I saw the big hit. Who was it that hit?
Fairbury,
Whatever you want to say his
hit
name
Middlestat,
there.
yeah.
Middlestat, okay. Other than that, I didn't see a very high level of. It was a very friendly game.
Sure.
It looked like a recreational college, rec game. I mean, that's what it looked like. It's all friends and, hey, what's up, buddy? And we're going bowling after. I mean, again, for me, you got to be a little passionate. You got to be a little bit hungry. I'm not going to go back to add more to our ad there for 2 minutes ago, but sexy pizza, like, you got to get dirty. You got to get hungry. You got to get to the areas where, again, it was not. How many high danger chances did the Avs create tonight? Not very much.
Not enough.
Not enough, obviously, but it's not like Lindgren was on top of his game either. Like, oh, God, he was out of his mind. It was a very easy night for him, in my book.
No, I agree.
And I like Charlie. I'm not bashing Charlie. I'm saying you got to bring your intensity up a little bit. Yeah, you got to bring, and I know. If, you go to Bednar's presser, he starts with the goaltending because it's deflating. It deflates you. It does. It just does. I get it. But it's not an excuse. Like, it's not an excuse for Eustace to not be ready, but it's not an excuse for the guys to go and not get the goaltending again and make it deflate you. You're in the NHL. You got to figure it out. Many times they figure it out. They outscore their anger or their whatever it is. But tonight they didn't. It just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough jam. Wasn't enough. I mean, I like to get the food all the time, but it just was not enough.
At a crossroads here of who we hear from first, Bednar or Valenchushkin. I thought Val was poignant, thoughtful, and thorough and honest with his answers following this game. He didn't want to talk after morning skate, which I understand, wanted to get the game underneath his belt. There was a significant presence of media around him today in the locker room following the game. I think we'll hear from him, and then we'll talk about Coach, and we'll hear from him. And then we've just got a couple other things to chat about before we say goodnight tonight. But Valenchushkin does return to the lineup. He was good tonight. He certainly stood out. He looks good. He's playing good. For the most part, the reaction in the locker room from the boys has been that they are welcoming him back with open arms. And I think when you hear from Val right now, what I gathered from him is that he was happy to be back. Most importantly, happy to be back around the boys. And I had questions about the skepticism on whether or not that locker room bought in and did the hockey family thing and got their arms around him. Based on the comments you're about to hear from Valenchushkin, I feel like that is accurate. And I do feel like the hockey family came through and that this group does care about him as a person. and is obviously very happy that he's doing well personally, but also very happy that he's back in this lineup.
How did it feel, and how has the team welcomed you back?
The guys support me really good, you know. Of course it's tough to lose in the first game, but I'm still happy, you know, to come back to play. It's a lot of good emotions today. Of course I need a little bit more time, you know, special practice with team like couple of weeks, you know, but we had a lot of options, so I had no chance, you know, to like work 5-on-5, you know, so it was a little bit hard to play today. But I think, you know, time helped.
What has it been like to be back with the team?
Oh, it's amazing, you know. I'm in Denver last month, so spend time with the guys. It's amazing, you know. Have pretty tough time in my life, you know, so but kind of enjoying that right now.
I know you're friends with a lot of guys in the room. How did they welcome you back? What was that like stepping back in here?
You know, guys said me so many good words, you know, they support me like kind of from first day, you know, it happens. So it's huge help, you know, when you know like guys still with you.
Val, what have the last 6 months been like for you?
Like I said, it was tough, you know, like a lot of work, you know, a lot of things, you know, like. But I think I had like huge progress, you know, with my mental health. So hope it never happens again.
Val, what did you say to your teammates when you came back?
Second place.
What did you say to your teammates when you came back?
You know, actually, like we have a pretty tough schedule, so like I only talk with like individual guys, you know, like so like when they ask me, you know, I explain them a little bit what's going on, but pretty much everybody know what's happens, you know, so so guys kind of like not really interesting with that, you know, so not many questions because, you know, it's like tough for me, you know, and only support.
Why are you confident that this will work for you this time? Why are you confident that this will work for you this time?
Confidence? Like say again, please.
You've gone through suspension. You've gone through a tough time. Why do you think that your life will be together and work as a hockey player this time?
I hope you understand you're right, but you know, like I said, like six months I work pretty much every day, you know. I have some people from Russia, even like I work with them like around the year already. And we have like huge progress, so a little bit changed like my lifestyle, you know, a little bit changed like even workout in the gym, you know. So like I have more energy right now. A lot of different things too.
How do you feel now, mentally and physically?
No, I feel amazing actually. I feel amazing, feel strong, you know, like I think my mind in the right spot right now.
Has that helped with your conditioning coming back and staying in shape during this time?
Yeah, my shape actually pretty good, you know, like even like today, you know, when I play first game, I was thinking it's gonna be way harder. I feel pretty good, you know, like I think we have, like our line have good chances today, like a little bit unlucky. Hopefully next game.
You feel like the timing might have just been off because of you coming back, Jermaine coming back, and just it being a little bit off?
You know, of course, like, you know, like I think last couple of years even we had always somebody injured. Like even today, like something happens with Georgie, you know, but of course it's better when like full squad on ice, you know, like Ross, you know, out. So hopefully we're gonna play more games and everybody in lineup.
You said that you worked so hard the last 6 months. Does being back here and being with the team feel like you're turning the page on everything?
Yeah.
Val, do you have a message for the fans that stay behind you through this?
Oh, of course, you know, I want to say same thank you. You know, I meet so many people on the streets, you know, in like restaurants, cafe, you know, like everybody talk with me, like support, you know. I know so many guys text me, so like I want to say huge thanks, you know.
Last few questions, guys.
Val, do you earn trust back by just doing what you're doing now, day by day? Is that how you earn the trust back?
Yeah, that's what, you know, like, hard to say, you know, like, I live right now by one day, you know, like just working, you know, stay focused on my problems, you know, and like, hopefully it's gonna work, you know.
Okay, thank you guys.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, guys.
Look, however you feel about Val, you can do nothing but hope the best for him. It sounds like he's ready to really give it a go and do what's right for not only himself, but for the Avalanche team. I hope he can do it. And look, this Av team is a better team with him on the ice. So there's no doubt about that. If Val is investing in his future, you need to invest in your future too with Westera Credit Union. Go get yourself with Westera Credit Union. They essentially have you make more money by doing the things you are already doing. The reverse tier money market is a great option on your first $2,000 every single month. You can get 6% APR. So why not jump on that? Why not make yourself some money? And they're a credit union, not a bank. So you can get in with them and they'll take care of your community. They don't care about just making money for themselves. They want to be part of Colorado and doing the things correctly. So you appreciate them, they appreciate you. That's how it's supposed to work in a community. Go get with Westera Credit Union today. A bunch of amazing options for you. Of course, you can get even more than just the 6% annual percentage yield. It's after every $2,000 on top of that, you get more and more with APYs descending as you go on. So if you like earning money by doing the things you're already doing, visit westeracu.com/smartmoney for more details. Membership eligibility required, insured by NCUA. Restrictions and conditions apply. Go get with them today.
Well, I'll tell you what, we've been talking about goalies for a while. How about we talk about goals?
I could use some goals.
And if you own a business, are starting a business, run a business, have a podcast, have a show that we now have, your goals are important, and you got to set those. I mean, we're almost to the end of Q4 right now. And what Constant Contact does is help you make those goals, set those goals, and get to where you need to be. And if you're smart and you're a business owner, then those goals are your gasoline. They're your goalie. They're your starter. They're your big thing. And if you're not close, and if you don't have them, you got to figure it out, because you have to understand that if you think you can, well, you can, but it takes a little bit of effort for that. You have year-end goals. Constant Contact has what it takes to help you meet them, and it helps you faster. No matter how experienced you are with digital marketing, Constant Contact has the tools to make your marketing run smoother. Constant Contact is a nuts to bolts company that's going to help you get to where you need to be. There is always somebody that knows a little bit more and that can help get you there. If you're looking for that, if you're a small business, if you're getting started, if you're a big business, Constant Contact is the place to go to help you get to where you need to be. It is time to put the go in your 2024 business goals and 2025 with email, social, SMS, and customized marketing campaigns built for you in just a few clicks. Ready, set, go to constantcontact.com/allcity and set your free, I said free, trial today. Go to constantcontact.com/allcity for your free trial and get started right away. Right? Speaking of constant contact, Eric, how important is goaltending to be constant and contacting the puck? 1 to 10.
Very important.
Oh, what's a 10?
Stabilizes everything.
It's pretty good, Bob.
So I like it, Bob.
Jared Bednar is in a tough spot. Jared Bednar is, as a coach in the NHL, looking at a lineup that is elite and then looking at his net and being very nervous at what he has to do. If you're him at the moment, what is your mentality? Are you lying awake at night, or are you like, well, I don't know what to do with this?
I mean, listen, he's always handled it with the media pretty good. You know what I mean? He always says the right things. I mean, listen, I've been on benches, I've been on locker rooms, and it's just when it's shaky, and it just does not give you confidence. You can say all you want, but when one goes in, it's deflating. It just creeps up on you. Even though you have a good core, you want to be positive. It's the same thing for coaches. You know what I mean? It's just the same thing for management. You don't think management got in the elevator after the first period and go, man, oh man, I wish we had saves tonight. You're like, of course they did. It's human nature. Like, your performance is, name me a good goalie, I'll name you a good coach. Right? Name me a good goalie, I'll name you a good team. It is an essential part of the game. It hasn't been very good those first 20 games. But I think that when the situation that the Avalanche have been in, forget about tonight, up until tonight with the injuries, I thought it would have been more disastrous with the goaltending that they've had than it actually is. You know, I think you pray that it's been okay because the superstars have been number one, number two, and whatever, number one goal scorer and goals in Mikko in the league, and that's why.
Yeah. The reality is there was no decision for Jared Bednar to make tonight because Alexander Georgiev was hurt. So what's he supposed to do? He puts in the guy, and the guy doesn't play well.
So I mean, we all are in agreement here that if Georgiev was not injured, he would have played tonight.
Oh, Georgiev was playing 100%. Yes,
there's no doubt about it. And the rest of the game, I don't have any problem with either. If I'm Jared Bednar, I sleep like a baby this weekend. Nathan MacKinnon had 0 shots on goal tonight. Mikko Rantanen had 1. Lehkonen 1. Your top line combined for 2 shots on goal in an entire hockey game. You know what that says to me? They're going to show up on Monday against the Flyers, and they're going to drop 4 points apiece, and they're going to win the game easily because the Avs' best players don't go 2 games in a row like this. They just don't. It sucks that it happened, but if I'm Jared Bednar, I am worried almost zero about the actual play of this hockey team. And the problems in goal, sure. You can be upset about that, but that's not Jared Bednar's job. Jared Bednar's job is to play the guys that the team gives him to play. He's doing that. You may disagree. You may think he should play Annunen more. Fair enough. You may think Georgiev needs X, Y, Z. Fair enough. But at the end of the day, the solution in goal, in my opinion, comes from your front office making the move, not Jared Bednar starting the right guy.
Is the road trip good or bad?
I think it's good. I particularly because of the bunch of bodies they just got back. That reintegration of players, we talked about it at the start of this year too, where they kind of got away from themselves a little bit and found a way to fix themselves after the start of the season that was less than expected. Look, for multiple reasons, getting Jonathan Drouin talking with Casey Middlestat, getting Miles Wood back with his buddies in the bottom
Go
6.
to dinner, have fun, find something fun to do in the off days.
And do that. And like it or not, your first road trip is your first test for Val Nichushkin.
Yeah.
Get him through that. Help that guy. Make sure he's in the right space for this team so that you can trust him again. You have to do that in your regular season road trips. So long-term, good for the Avs.
All right, let's hear from Jared Bednar, and then we'll get to some.
Go ahead for Jared.
Coach, keep talking about your starts. It seemed like maybe analytically you guys didn't get off to the worst start. Maybe you just couldn't get a save. How did you see this one kind of play out?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't like her game really at all. Never mind start to. I mean, the start was probably better than some of the rest of it.
You're moving guys up and down, Lehkonen down, Sam Girard, moving him around. Is that just trying to get a spark from the guys? Yeah. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot going on the offensive side of things for 2+ periods. So moved Duran with MacKinnon. He seemed to have a little pop in his step and was making some heads-up plays, which we struggled with as a group tonight. So give it a try, but didn't work.
Was it just an off night? Did you feel like the timing was just kind of off with the guys coming back and trying to find?
No excuses, but yeah, it was definitely an off night. I mean, we didn't, in its simplest form, it looked like we were second to the puck all night, and our execution was not good. We had a tough time stringing together 2 passes, turnovers on. First goal was a shot from the point of the power play. Second goal turnover, third goal turnover, and most of them unforced, and that's just the ones that ended up in the back of our net. On the offensive side, we didn't create a whole lot because we couldn't put any passes together.
Parker Kelly's been trying to contribute and has done a fairly good job. Finally gets rewarded for it. So
yeah.
What have you kind of thought of his play?
Yeah, no, I mean, he's been solid on the defensive side of it. He's been doing a lot of heavy lifting with D-zone starts, face-offs, penalty kill. It's kind of his niche with us, I think, and he's probably been a little frustrated because he's had some decent chances and his line's had some decent chances. But tonight, I thought that was a line that gave us a good spark early, and they end up, in the minutes they played well, and they got 2 goals. I mean, when your fourth line gets you 2 goals, limited ice time should be a good sign, but I mean, the bulk of the rest of our team struggled. goaltending. Defense had a tough time moving the puck, whether it was under pressure or not under pressure. We had a lot of turnovers that ended up on their stick after we had it. And, offense's own play, the forwards are kind of the same thing.
What'd you think of Val's game coming back?
I thought he was okay. Yeah, I thought Drew was okay too. Yeah. I wasn't expecting perfection out of those guys, but, like I said, I moved Drew up because he had some pop, and I thought Val had his moments too.
Georgiev, day to day, is he expected to go on the trip? And then also, what did you think about both your goalies tonight, I guess?
Well, I already said they weren't good enough. For sure, Eustace. First shot, point shot, no screen. Second one, no good. Third one didn't like that either. So, I thought Trent came in this game, and he did a nice job. Gorgie will be on the trip, though.
Trent Miner obviously gets his first NHL start tonight too. What did you kind of see from the guys? Did you see a change in momentum as soon as you pulled Trent in, or was there any
Not really.
kind of difference?
We had a tough time getting a spark for most of the night. It was just hard work for us, and we never really came around tonight.
Coach, I just asked Val if being back with the group and playing in a game is kind of like the official page turning of everything that happened the last 6 months. Do you feel that same way?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. And now he's got to continue down his path, and hopefully can survive the season and beyond that, and keep being a major contributor to our team. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Drew.
Thanks.
Yeah, okay. He's brutally honest there.
It's the truth. Again, yeah. Did the Avs set up Annan for failure? Yes. Do I care?
No.
Absolutely not.
And you should.
Trent Miner showed up.
Made more saves than the
Trent
other guy.
Miner's never played a game in the NHL.
It's not hard. It is hard, but if you're in the NHL, you're in there for a reason. You have to perform.
What do you tell? If you don't want me to bring this in, I won't. What do you? I've heard you. You're one of my best friends. You and I have been friends for a decade plus now. What do you tell your son, who is a very talented goaltender, no matter if he's starting or not? Be ready.
Yeah, that's right.
Be ready. Be ready.
That's right. He wasn't ready. There's
Simple
no
as
ifs and
that.
buts about it.
Simple as that.
I'm
Be
not.
ready.
But again, that's my tantrum last week, and I knew we'd be talking today on this show about it. I'm tired of it, and I know they are too. You know what I mean? So it's like, but you got to find solutions, and that's why you're in the NHL, and you got to find solutions in the front office, behind the bench, and on the ice as athletes, from goalies to Ds to forwards. So, yeah, not good enough. Not good enough tonight, and it's certainly a big part of the loss.
It is not good enough. But again, you as a hockey team, for a game you trailed the majority of, put 19 shots on goal.
I know. It's
garbage.
It's actually pizza, buddy.
It's garbage more than just the goaltending. And we've gone hard on the goaltending because it's been the Avs' consistent problem.
Yeah.
But you've just played a game against the LA Kings where you played unbelievably well. And you had enough shots on goal that you felt comfortable. Yeah. You went into tonight, and that's about as bad as it can be from your top guys. You can't get much worse than you did. It has to be better, and it will be. Like, this is not some concern where I'm sitting here going, oh, no, the Avs are... They'll be fine literally next game.
Yes.
But games like that cannot keep happening. It's happened too many times this year.
All right, we're going to say goodnight, but first, throwing a little poll out there. I got talked into Movember by my nephew and you all.
It looks good.
Is it good?
I voted yes in the poll. It was good.
Okay, do we have the poll, Tiff? Okay. What scares me here is the fact that people think I'm in my villain era.
That's a good thing, Giz.
It is actually a good thing. All right, you sent them to me. Let's take a look.
Keep in mind, this is a YouTube chat's results, so...
Okay.
Hang
on, I got to go to them.
YouTube chat, know your place.
Oh. Tiff, I'm not seeing him. You got to give him to me. Oh, wait, got it.
How bad is it?
All right, so how do we feel about Giz's goatee? Like it, hate it, or Giz in his villain era? Like it, 40%.
That's pretty good.
Sick. Hate it, 10%. Villain era 50%. So this thing might stick around for a minute. Rudo?
You know what? You know what you like about a good villain?
What's that?
You connect with them. They make good points. Maybe they went astray somewhere down the line on how they try to get done what they're doing, but when your villain says, this is wrong and broken and I'm going to fix it, a lot of the time you go, you know what? They might be right.
Hey, let's go Batman here. You either die a hero or you live long enough to become the villain. Where is she? Where is she? I'm Batman. Real quick before we say goodnight, best Batman. Come on. Where is she?
I mean, it's Christian Bale for me.
Wasn't Val Kilmer Batman?
He was, yeah. Michael Keaton.
I was just going to say, but Michael
Mr.
Keaton, yeah.
Mom.
Might be the worst Batman.
Where is she? Where is she? I'm Batman. And we're saying goodnight. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Tough game tonight for the Colorado Avalanche. Keep the faith. They will bounce back. Big thank you to Tiffany. That's a long day for her. She crushed
tomorrow,
it today.
buddy.
It is tomorrow. Thank you.
To the Duke.
Appreciate you, Tiff. To these boys, you guys did the takeover today. You were amazing. Can't thank you enough. You guys were awesome. Big thank you to Milan Hayduk for rocking with us and hanging out. Thank you to all of you for coming, watching, supporting. Bray, Wilsey, legends. You didn't see them tonight. We'll get them on at some point, but so good.
Yeah, give me a second here. I know we're running long.
That's fine.
Go to bed. Look,
don't go to bed yet.
Our job wouldn't exist without all the people that show up to our watch-alongs tonight. Our job wouldn't exist without all the people staying up late. Takeover, same thing. We wouldn't exist without you guys. You guys genuinely mean the world to me. Whether you agree with us, whether you disagree with us, whether you think we're smart, whether you think we're idiots, this content exists because of you. And I don't get that many opportunities to say thank you. Stuff like having Milan Hayduk out. You guys get to come say hi to Milan Hayduk because you guys show up every night when we don't have Milan Hayduk on the show. It's extremely meaningful to me that we get to do this show on a night where the Avs kind of sucked. We're still here. We still get to do this. You still get to talk to us in the chat. Because you guys helped build this. And I know we just had our 100K special subscribers the other day, which was awesome. But it means a lot to me, especially those of you who are diehard Avalanche fans. I'd never believed in my life I would walk down the hall in Ball Arena and people would stop me and say, hey, you're Rudo. It means the world. That's all I want to say. I appreciate every single one of y'all, even the guys who think I'm stupid. I see you guys out there in our comments, and you're the best. Love you all.
You're
all I got.
stupid.
I'm actually a massive fan. Do you mind if you could just to Nick? That'd be great. Oh my God! Fuck F. Oh, I see what he did. I
not good, Bob.
I see what he did. That's not good, Bob. It's not good, Bob. Go to bed. We'll have some stuff for you from practice tomorrow on social media. Make sure you are following us on Twitter. Make sure you are following DNVR Sports on Instagram. And make sure you are subscribing, liking, and becoming a diehard. We have tons of cool stuff for you. It is a very good, passionate group of people, and being a part of it means a lot to us. Get some sleep. Do something tomorrow for somebody else. Be kind. Make somebody's life better. And for God's sakes, call your mom. Good night.
We all silly like the mayor.